Hello everybody, welcome to our Medieval Dynasty Survival Guide. So one of the new features that was released in the Paint Your Town update by the devs was remote storage. And you might be wondering, how it works. Can it be bigger than, what it is and all that? So let's get into it. So what is remote storage? And if you haven't played, I guess, like a game with remote storage yet before, it's basically a mechanic that allows you to take items from an inventory in one of your storage buildings, resource, food, whatever, without actually needing to put it in your inventory when you're crafting or building or whatever. So if I wanted to build like a house, and I didn't have all the logs or planks or whatever on me, if I was as long as I'm within the radius of our resource storage building here, I can just take the logs, any sticks, whatever, inside the resource storage. I can just kind of like just take it through space and time into my pocket magically, and I can build that, no problem. I don't need to have it like in my actual inventory. As long as it's there, and as long as I'm in the region of it, I can build whatever. I can craft whatever. It's amazing. So that's kind of like the idea, is that you don't have to run back and forth to get the items that you need to build or to craft or whatever you're doing. As long as you're within the region of one of your storage buildings, whatever one you are needing in that moment, you can just do it. It's amazing. It's a lovely. Saves time. So that's kind of like what it is. Now you might be wondering, okay, how do I tell if I'm still within like the range? And that, you might have noticed, to be honest, two kind of new icons, and they are at the bottom right there by my wooden hammer. You can see I have two little house symbols. Those are both your resource storage and, for me, the food storage. So basically, those are both lit up, which means that I am within their region. But if I were to, like, I don't know, we'll just run away. You'll notice that eventually those icons will dim. They won't be there anymore, which basically means I am no longer within the build. There we go. There, one has disappeared. And the other one has disappeared. So they're both gone now, which means I cannot pull from their inventories to build or to craft. So I would need to, if I wanted it, which I probably will plan on, extending out here at some point, I might need to build like another resource storage somewhere around here so that I am still, within that range, and I can pull any resources from there just magically to my inventory to craft and to do all that without having to, run back, right? So look for those symbols. As long as those are there, you are in the region that you need to be. So that's all that. So it's pretty simple as that. Now you might be wondering, okay, can I increase the range? And the actual answer is you can, which is pretty nice. The range determines on the tier or level of the storage building. So I have tier 2 storage right here. I can tell by, because it's logs. Tier 1 is like sticks, and then tier 3 obviously is stone. So how does this, all work? Well, the level 1 of the storage buildings is only 50 meters. That's the range there, like probably like a circle, I imagine. So it's like, centered, whatever, and then, 50 meter around it, that is the region. For the second level, it extends to 75 meters, so, decent kind of, increase there. And then the last level, third level, it increases to 100 meters. So pretty good extension there. So it kind of gives you a reason as well to perhaps, increase the level of your storages, because you're going to be able to increase the region of the remote storage. So that's about really it. The only other thing I can potentially, help you guys with is, how does that like work? How do I know what's what and all that? So if we wanted to build a house, we'll just say, I'm not going to build a house, but if we wanted to, we would go to our buildings, we'd go to our houses, and we have obviously all these new options here. If we wanted to make like a stone house, you can see that there's a bunch of icons here. The one on the far right tells me that this is how much I have in the storage. So I would just be like, but that's like not in my inventory. The first one's in my, the bag there is my inventory. And then the building is the building's inventory. So obviously if I had nothing in my inventory, I would just be relying on whatever's in my storage. And because I'm in our region, I have definitely enough, obviously, to build a house. So I would just be like this. I'd put it down. Oh, Amazing. I'd put it down, and the resources would come from the resource storage into my inventory, and this would build automatically. So that's kind of like the symbol to look for, is like the little house symbol when you want to like build something or craft something, and that just tells you, first of all, obviously, if you see things there, that means you're in the region. Obviously, also, if you see the little house symbols at the bottom right. And then secondly, it tells you, how many of that resource you have in storage. So if you don't have enough, it's going to be red. Then you can go ahead and get what you need to get to complete that, satisfy that. And if it's all green, that means, obviously every resource you need, the quantity that you need is all there in the building, ready to be used. So that is how remote storage works. That is how you can increase the region, leveling up. And yeah, it just makes life a little bit easier, I would say. A little nicer. Saves time. And that's about it. Thank you. If you do have questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, keep surviving and keep thriving.